but I doubt they'll do the series justice. Why?
Because they're Hollywood.
Because, Freya, have you never seen a video game movie? Are you not a gamer, Freya?
I have been watching Binks' Let's Play of this without, like, going ahead from what we are. And when she first saw Myrtle, she was like, oh, I bet Coco likes you. So, like, yep, can't deny it.
This is great.
Good evening, Miss Aqua. How are you two doing?
Same old.
I'm good. How about you? I'm fine, thank you. And you? Oop. I do that all the time.
Yeah. Why don't you just tell her to come and meet you here now?
I'm gay. We can't be that forward. And with that, we will end this episode. Aww. Aww. Hello everyone and welcome back to 4 Pixels. Coco is here with Ray and we are continuing Coffee Talk.
Yes.
I really like this game. It's got really fun characters.
Oh, yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Oh, do you want me to be
Yeah, since I've
old
got
cat
two.
guy?
Yeah.
Good evening.
How can I help you, sir?
Yes. I don't know what to order.
I wonder if this is Rachel's father? Though he's a lot more cat-like than she is. Something to raise your spirits, perhaps? Me too. Nothing you like on the menu. That's why I almost always order the same thing.
Yeah.
I can make you a custom drink if you like.
Actually, are you familiar with STMJ?
Sorry, I've never heard of it. If you can tell me the ingredients, I'm sure I can recreate it.
Ah, lucky me. STMJ stands for Susu Taylor Madu Jahe.
Susu Taylor Madu Jahe. Okay.
I recognize susu as a Simlish word. Oh, it's Indonesian. It's Indonesian. It means milk, egg, honey, and ginger.
Understood.
Wait, do you have the eggs?
I certainly have. They're not on the shelf. But I'll add egg once I've mixed the rest of the ingredients.
I'd love that. 1 cup of STMJ, please.
Okay. Milk. Honey. And ginger. Where do we put the egg? Or how do we put the egg in?
Yeah, they said they would just add it. So maybe...
Here's your STMJ.
Let's see.
Huh.
You almost got it right.
No. I'm going... like... Because that was... I don't know how... Wait. I want to see how to do this. Because it'll just give us problems down the line. So it's not up there. Is there any other way to...
Maybe look at your phone or one of the menu buttons.
That's the Russian tea from before. How do we do this? This is so weird. It also looks odd because I don't see them adding the honey.
Try going into the conversation, that conversation bubble thing. Oh, you can't click on it? Because, like, we could go back in the conversation and see what we said. They're not on the shelf. I'll add egg once I've mixed the rest of the ingredients. What?
So it should be... There! That's weird! That was very weird, because, like...
What?
Because, like, I was putting, you know, the honey first and then the ginger, and I noticed that, like, down here it wasn't showing the, whatchamacallit.
The honey. But
honey.
yeah, it was showing the ginger before, and now it's not showing the ginger. I figured it was just, you know, just like the highlights. But what did you do differently?
I just changed the order. Like, before I was doing milk, honey, ginger. Now I did milk, ginger, honey.
Oh, come on.
Here's your STMJ, sir.
Ah, that smell. I smell that you put the ginger in before the honey. It brings back so many memories. It's quite difficult to find a place with proper STMJ out here in the States. I meant the, well, I've traveled to so many places. And none of them got it right. You're the first one to manage it. Excuse me, may I ask you girls something? Sure, ask away. What kind of things do you kids like doing nowadays? Is it still stickball? Excuse me?
Now
Aren't
we've got those like little ballerinas that you like twirl the stick so they go flying up.
I remember those. Aren't you college students? No, we're not. I see.
I like how her expression became a little worried.
Yeah.
Huh? She's probably scared because she's like a fish person.
May I ask how old you are? You're being creepy, old man. Go back to your chair and keep your distance. Be gone.
Be gone, thought.
Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be creepy. Aw. Hey, Coco Kiere. Who is this pervy old man? What do you mean pervy? I want to...
I have no idea. It's his first time here.
I want to be able to understand young people. Thank God you're here, Officer Jorji.
I don't remember the voice he gave him, so it's probably going to be different. What's up?
That's the same voice. There's a creepy old man trying to flirt with us.
Where? You mean him?
Yes, but not so loud.
This man here is Rachel's
Hey.
dad, Freya.
You called it.
Yeah. He asked to meet me. So I told him to come here.
Oh. I didn't know that Rachel's dad was a pervy old man. Freya, please drop this.
Yeah.
No wonder she ran away from home. Freya!
My god. Everyone, please meet Mr. Furlong, Rachel's dad. Mr. Furlong, please meet Freya and Coco Kiere.
Please call me Hendry. I apologize for earlier. I wasn't trying anything funny. I'm sorry about that. Wait a minute. Your name is Hendry Furlong? Yes. And you're Rachel Florencia's father? Yes. Furlong? Florencia? Freya? Why are you being like this? Why do you have different last names? You can't just ask someone that.
Yeah.
What are you trying to pull? Florencia was my late wife's maiden name.
Yeah, feel bad.
Yeah. Oh. I'm sorry. Rachel chose it for her stage name.
Freya.
I'm gonna have to arrest you.
I'm going to have to arrest you for bullying an old man.
Okay, I think I better work on my novel. I'm sure you guys have a lot to talk about.
Freya, I'll come with you. Anyway, what was it that you wanted to talk to me about?
It's about Rachel. That night when you drove her home, was she hanging out with shady people?
Well, I think one of them was a bit shady.
Hey, I heard that. What? I'm not a criminal!
I'm just kidding. She was in this coffee shop talking with Freya and Coco Kiere here. She wasn't in any danger.
Are you sure? What about before that?
Whoa, calm down. Is everything alright?
It's just that I feel that she's getting more and more distant. I don't know how to talk to her anymore. Or even what to talk about. I don't know what kids her age are into nowadays. Every time we talk, we ended up fighting.
I have 3 daughters. We fight all the time. One thing that I learned, give them time and space. But be there when they
Space-time.
need you. Or you can just bribe them. One time I had a fight with my eldest daughter. She didn't want to talk to me for a week. I know she loves pizza, so I went to Rocco's and bought her her favorite pie. I left the pizza on a table like a trap. Then I just waited for her to take the bait, just like a stakeout. Once she took a bite of that delicious pepperoni, I casually grabbed a slice and sat with her. That pizza really helped smooth things over. After that, she wouldn't stop talking.
What if she what she loves? Gosh, what if what she loves doing is the problem? Rachel loves singing and performing on stage. I'm proud of what she has achieved with her career. She's really young. But the entertainment industry isn't a kind of place. Not the label, not the media, not the fans. And I don't trust her new manager. Rachel's just a little girl. What if she gets harassed? Or forced to do drugs?
Did something happen? Well, I think he was also... He mentioned that he was also in showbiz before.
Yeah. Well, nothing's happened yet. I just feel it in my guts.
Is it possible that you're just being paranoid?
I don't know. Maybe?
Psst, Coco Kire. I need to go now. Thanks for the drink.
Take care on your way. Well, can't you just find another manager?
Rachel's already 18, so legally she can sign contracts without parental approval. I've been trying to tell her to quit. But every time I brought it up, we just ended up fighting.
As a parent, there's really nothing much we can do, other than guiding them and being there when they need us. Sooner or later, we'll have to trust them to make their own decisions. And with everything we've taught them, hopefully they'll make the right choices.
What if she made the wrong choices?
I can do a background check on that manager. If that will ease your mind.
Please do. He does it from his flip phone.
Okay, give me a name.
It's Morris. Last name Lester.
Morris Lester. Got it. Kind of an unfortunate name. If you take out some letters. I feel that was deliberate.
More is less.
Or molester.
Oh. Yes.
Oh, isn't he the guy in today's paper? Anyway, I'll let you know if there's a hit. Hold on, I gotta take this. I've just got a call. I've got to go. I'd love to talk more about this with you. Let's meet again soon.
Wait,
You have my contact details. Call me if you ever need my help.
wait.
Don't worry, I'm sure everything will be alright.
I used to manage a girl band. I've seen bad things happen.
That bad?
Yeah. I was against her joining that pop group at first. But my wife, Rachel's mom, she convinced me to give it a chance. Ever since she's been gone, I don't know how to talk to Rachel. With her wanting to do more of her own stuff, I don't know what to do.
I mean, if you have experience in it, why don't you become her manager?
Yeah.
I mean, she probably, I don't know, I guess she would be against that, but it could be something you could suggest. What do you mean by her own stuff?
Modeling and a solo singing career.
Then again, I guess it could be kind of awkward to see your daughter doing stuff like that.
True. It's a whole different world than the band. I'm familiar with that side of the biz.
But things have changed, right?
Even if it has, I don't think it's for the better. She survived being an idol. Even managed to graduate and start a solo career. She sounds like someone who can take care of herself. Don't you think so? She's not ready. I don't want her to get hurt. There are a lot of bad people out there. People that want to take advantage of her. You are her father. I understand you might be worried. However, you shouldn't hinder her from achieving her dreams. I just want what's best for her. Is it really what's best, though? I think she's born to soar. But she's just a girl. My little girl.
Aww.
Seriously? Freya? That's your argument? I didn't mean to sound that way. It doesn't matter whether she's a boy or a girl. You'll drive her away if you keep acting like this. With your knowledge, you should be able to help her achieve her dreams. I was once a stubborn young girl, too. Maybe I can give you a little advice on how to handle rebellious teens. I'd love to hear it. Is it okay if I stay a bit longer, Coco Kire?
Take all the time you need. Aw, I would have liked to see that advice. Tetarek tea with milk mixed by pouring the tea repeatedly between cups. Huh. Originally from Malaysia.
Just in case you forgot what game you're playing.
The Evening Whispers. Werewolf representatives push the ministry for more accessible sedative. Doctor from Slacktown arrested for experimenting with child cloning. Military personnel stationed along East Coast to prevent immigrants flooding in from the Atlantic. I like the one with bubblegum.
Yeah.
Are you sure that would be okay?
Yes! I mean, it would be really hard to pull off. But it's something that'll make the story different.
Different isn't always good. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully and gracefully.
I know. Hey, Gala. I can't remember. Did I voice this guy?
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome, Mr. Gala.
Am I interrupting? It looked like you were having an intense discussion. It's nothing. Coco Kyurei was just giving me some feedback. It's for the book I'm writing. Sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I'm just planning to sit and relax. Please don't let my presence interrupt you. Oh, don't worry about it. Although I need to interrupt Coco Kyurei for a moment.
Sure, how can I help you?
Can I have a cup of... You remember my remedy?
We never got it. Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Do you want to give it a try again?
My last order didn't quite hit the spot. Remember, it's tea and ginger. The last thing is definitely a different ingredient from either of those.
I think last time we used honey.
Remember it as tea and ginger.
Alright, so tea. I don't think it's going to contain mint or cinnamon since those only recently appeared and we should have been able to do it the first time.
Do we know that, though?
I mean, I think so because he said, remember, he said you'll know when you get it. So I'm pretty sure that like it'll say the name when we do get it.
What's stopping us from just trying a few things and then trashing them if we don't know that we have it?
Yeah, like I think that's a good thing to do. So tea, but now I'm also wondering from like what happened last time if the order also matters. Ginger. I think it was honey that we tried last time, so let's try lemon. Alright. Alright, so yeah, definitely not that. But yeah, like now I'm wondering if order also matters. Alright, tea. Let's try... Let me try something real quick. Let's see if this will make something different.
Yeah.
I mean...
lemon ginger tea.
Alright. Tea... Oh no. Well, the only one we haven't tried is the milk, which we had before. Ginger... milk? Tea, milk, ginger. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we should have been able to get it last time, so I don't think it's gonna be either of those. Oh! Okay. Oh, that's cool. Alright.
I think we found it.
Yeah. Judging from the smell, this looks like it.
Indeed. I have the same feeling.
I've made a note of that mixture.
Perfect. If you take it, if you like put tea at the end, it's Gala had tea.
Let's see what's new here. Favorite things, coffee, coffee, coffee. In case you didn't get it in the first time, I'm a big fan of Naiman and Harukami, so there's that. What I'm doing with my life, working as a journalist because it's the best way to learn how to write better, talking to people who have experienced more than you, and I get paid for learning things. Veteran, now working at a hospital. Aqua. Mermaid from Atlantis and friendly introvert, tea lover. Favorite things, Full Metal, conflicts, video games in general, grandma. What I'm doing with my life, moved to Seattle to achieve my dream of advancing technology as far as we can, trying to find the place and person where I belong while I'm doing something I love. Okay, Hendry. Aww! That's so cute.
Aww.
Ginger chai latte, good to calm yet warm your nerve. A warm booster made of susu, telur, madu, and jahe from Indonesia. Let's see anything new here. Is this one new? Yeah, this one's new. Cyberpunk Love Hotel. Room service, get this order to room 512. The order came around 10:30 p.m. I was doing nothing, or in other words, I was waiting for an order to come. I was tasked to take a bottle of wine and a couple packs of condoms. Yes, sometimes guests really do ask for things like this. Talk about being unprepared. The person in charge that night gave me the requested items and let me out of the room to deliver them. From there, I went to the lobby and waited for the elevator to arrive. While I was waiting, a guest came in behind me and pressed the button to call the elevator. He looked at me in awe. I looked back at him, showing him the smile hotel management taught me. He smiled back. When we got in the elevator, he pushed the button for the 3rd floor. Silence filled the tiny room. As we ascended, the guest pulled his phone from his pocket and started recording me. This again, I thought. I didn't do anything about it. To be precise, I can't do anything about it. It's part of my job, after all. Ding! We reached the 3rd floor. The guest left while still pointing his camera at me. I waited alone until the elevator reached the 5th floor a few seconds later. I left the elevator and started moving towards room 512. When I was in front of the door, I rang the bell to let the occupants know I had arrived. "It's here!" I can hear the muffled voice of a woman. The door opened. "Look, hun, they really do use a robot to deliver room service," the woman shouted back to her partner. "That's so cool," the guy responded, trying to sound interested, though I'm sure he was staring at the woman's butt and couldn't wait to use the stuff they'd ordered. "I want to take a picture with the robot, okay?" the woman said in a saccharine, sweet, mildly nauseating tone. "Sure, hun. Wait, are you sure it's okay to just hug the robot like that?" Huh. Turned out the man could still think with his big brain after all. "It's fine. I saw they even have a robot you can have sex with. I'm sure a simple hug won't matter," said the woman. "That's a different model. What's next? You're going to hug a Terminator?" I screamed internally. "Say cheese, then 1, 2, 3. Flash. He looks so cute. I was hoping it'd look more human-like, though. Maybe they don't have the technology for that yet, said the adult woman, who still hadn't grasped the concept of look but don't touch. Okay, come on, darling. The robot has got other things to do. Let's just take our order and let it do its work. They took the order and closed the door. Oh, humans, how the hell did your people manage to survive for so long in this universe? I wondered as I trundled back to my own room.
Okay. Do you want me to read this one?
Yeah.
The anxious boy and his love stories on public transport. The day was hot, sunny, and humid, just like most days in Jakarta. I was standing inside a crowded bus, neither well-functioning air conditioning nor proper ventilation, trying to keep myself productive in the uncomfortable environment by reading my recently bought copy of Maruki Harukami's The Elephant Vanishes, while listening to a random playlist on my old iPod. Wow, that's a sentence.
Yep. That'll make Jane Eyre proud.
Despite the hellish conditions, you could say I was luckier than most because I was standing near the rear door of the bus, leaning my back on the side of the seat. Safe enough not to fall out of the bus, breezy enough to breathe freely. As mentioned, I was on a public bus in Jakarta, so naturally I needed to be wary with my surroundings, mostly keeping my belongings secure from pickpockets and other human pests. I glanced around the bus several times in between pages, and that was when I saw her. It's hard to describe her. She has no specific characteristic to differentiate her from other women. She was like the perfect example of the girl you walk past unseeing on the sidewalk every day. A girl you might glance at for a second, then a few steps later it would be hard to remember her hair color, never mind what her eyes, her nose, her mouth looked like. She was standing near the front door of the bus, not leaning on anything or anyone, not touching the bacteria-infested hand grip on the ceiling of the bus, although to be fair, it might have been hard for her to reach that grip anyway. But still, she stood there with the perfect balance of a tree rooted in healthy soil. She stood as if someone had silently put the Venus de Milo on the bus, and she somehow fit perfectly without anyone noticing it happened. She was wearing a pair of headphones, wired, just like headphones were supposed to be, and a slight smile on her face. Sometimes she closed her eyes for a few moments, enjoying the music only she could hear. Her eyes rarely stayed in one place. They kept wandering around the bus, not too fast like someone anxious, not too slow like someone looking at something specific. Maybe she's the one, I thought. This isn't the first time a thought like this has crossed my mind. As a hopeless romantic, seeing any woman who piques my interest will immediately trigger a story in my imagination. A story of how I'll approach them, get to know them, with the proviso that they're just as I imagine them to be. Start dating, get married, have kids, grow old in our home, and so on and so on. Random cuties, that's what I call them. Unicorns among horses. The term doesn't apply to any... What?
I just went oof.
Yeah. The term doesn't apply to any cute girls I see, of course. It has to be someone special, or at least someone I imagine to be special. The thing is, automatically imagining those stories whenever I happen across a random cutie isn't healthy. It puts a toll on my mind, and of course, my heart. It creates a lot of unhealthy expectations before any opportunities even arise. Oh shit! She looked at me. We made eye contact for a brief flash of seconds. I immediately returned to my book. Did she notice me staring at her? Did she see what I was thinking? What are you talking about? My mind won't stop spinning, overthinking, while my pulse beats double time in my ears. I continue staring at my book. With what just happened, I obviously can't read it properly. My eyes were looking at the words, but nothing was being processed other than thoughts of her. I glanced back at her, and she was staring at me. Eye contact, more than once. It has to mean something. Should I approach her and introduce myself? Yes, I should. But what if things go wrong? What's the worst thing that could happen if we introduce ourselves? First, it's a crowded bus, and moving from the rear door to the front will definitely annoy some people. Second, what if after we approach her, she becomes annoyed and, oh, come on, you're overthinking as usual. Nothing bad will happen even if she does get annoyed. Don't dismiss me. Nothing bad will happen. Well, maybe she might scream and say I'm a pervert, and then a whole bus will beat me to death. And the worst option. What if we introduce ourselves and then it turns out she's not like we imagined her to be? Why is that the worst thing?
Seriously.
All that time and energy will be wasted, exchanged for years of agony. Oh, for everything will be fine. Don't worry so much. No matter what happens second, we still have to try something first. No, there's too much at risk. The debate is still raging inside my head, and that's when it happens. We make eye contact again, but this time it lasts longer than a few seconds, and then she smiled at me. Just a small curve in those perfectly average, beautiful lips. I quickly returned to my book. See? You have to do something. But remember the girl with the violin we saw on the train to Yogyakarta a few years ago? Of course I remember. Exactly, she was just a random person that sat across from you on the train. We don't even remember what month it was, and yet we still remember the maroon coat she was wearing, the violin case she put in the overhead compartment, her reddish hair and that pixie cut, Stop it, that was different, and we might have saved ourselves a lot of embarrassment by not talking to her. The thoughts, the noise, the internal dialogue, it won't stop. I was sweating, but not because of the heat. A cold sweat. This had to stop. Stop! I screamed internally. Everything stopped, and just in time, my old iPod randomly shuffled to Explosions in the Spaces, the only moment we were alone. I cranked up the volume, put my book on my bag, and just breathed. Yes, I might lose this chance to meet the one by doing this, but at least as long as I don't know her, she's perfect. As far as I know, she might be listening to Explosions in the Space. As far as I know, she might be a big fan of Harukami and Final Dreams 9. As far as I know, she might be single. As far as I know, she might be 100% the perfect match for me that I believe can't exist if my knowledge of her goes any farther than what I know right now. Besides, as the old saying goes, if it's meant to be, it will be. The bus stopped in front of Plaza Senion, my destination. It was time for me to go. I decided not to look in her direction as I left, knowing that if I looked at her, it would be the last time I ever saw her. That's too hard for a hopeless romantic like me. I left the bus and enjoyed the warm sun and breeze of fresh air, finally out of that metal Schrodinger's box. That's when it happened. I turned my head to the right, and there she was, standing alone, enjoying the breeze, now she was free of the roasting metal box we humans named bus. She turned her head to the left, showing a glimmer of surprise at seeing me standing there. After that, she smiled. So if it's meant to be, it will be? What a dumb story.
Oh, I thought it was interesting. Because a lot of people do think that way. Like, I feel like this is sort of, criticizing the whole manic pixie girl trope. And, like, showing that thinking this way is only going to end up destroying your opportunity. And, you know, a lot of people do have this idea. I think even I kind of have a little fear of it too, that, like, you know, you hit one bumpy road and then everything's going to come apart. And that's really something that you just need to learn not to see as the end of the world, that relationships will always have bumpy parts. There's no such thing as a relationship that's not gonna have its ups and downs. And you just gotta accept that.
No.
But with that, we will go ahead and end this episode right here. Thank you folks for joining us, and see you next time.
See ya!
Guys, I really like the dumb squid dogs.
I love them so much. They're so cute.
Oh wow, it's even called Belly of the Beast. Oh, speaking of Beast, we should probably pre-order our tickets.
Yeah. How much are they?
I don't think it's like... I didn't even look. I remember like looking at them and being like, oh, that's not that much different. But because it's a Saturday, there's probably going to be like a bunch of people down. Is this Pinocchio now? It's not a whale. Okay, so if this game does not end, like, in the Mountains of Madness, I desperately want Darkest Dungeon 2 to have the final boss of the Mountains of Madness.
Well,
Which-
given the trailer, it's looking pretty good.
Well, have you read the Mountains of Madness? It's pretty good. But the big boss baddie at the end of it is an albino penguin. And I lost my damn shit, because I read... It's one of his novellas, so it's like a 6-hour read of build-up where I'm like, what's the creepy thing? Is it going to be a Shoggoth? It might be, but you see a fucking albino penguin.